Waldo's been with the program for over 8 years. He's kind of our most well-rounded horse in the program. He goes with the flow. He likes his job. He likes people. He's got a lot of personality, and so I think a lot of people connect with him on that level. It's kind of a character sometimes.
Jacob was born May 17th, 2010. And he actually went straight to the NICU.
Couldn't move, his arms and legs against gravity, couldn't roll, couldn't do anything. At first the doctors didn't know what was going on, and they said, this may be all you get, so prepare yourself.
Prader-Willi syndrome is a rare genetic disorder that impacts the 15th chromosome. Scoliosis, low muscle tone.
Had no energy to do anything but sleep 23, 24 hours a day.
We were given a little bit of a grim diagnosis. It was, he will never walk, he will never talk.
About the same time we met a geneticist. His best advice to us was set the bar high. Let him do whatever he can get to. Don't lit him. And so we haven't, and here we are.
I think it was into his second year we found Hetra.
What? There he is!
Of all the therapies Jake goes through, this is the one he loves the most. It's not work for him, so he gets to come to Hetra and he gets to ride a horse.
This is what's going to help him be everything that he's going to be. He's having fun. He comes out to Hetra and plays.
Walk on, Waldo.
But in doing that, he's getting stronger and getting more abilities and more confidence in his abilities to really be able to push himself.
We're really working on the core strength. He's doing some reaching. He rides backwards.
It's a dynamic motion, all the different postures, all the different tasks that he has to do while the horse is moving. To lean over and give a high five on each side adds a lot to the strengthening of his core and to his balance.
So even though he thinks it's fun, they're really working with him in a way that's building his strength.
He's come a long way since the early days of his life when he couldn't do anything at all. He's now walking, almost running. He can jump and get both feet off the floor.
We see that Jake is improving, each day, each week.
He sits on top of a big horse. He's fearless. So it's a blast. It's great.
Waldo is one of those horses that doesn't let much faze him from being able to work with a hippotherapy student who might be riding backwards or sideways on him to a student who from the veteran program that rides completely independently.
I'm Ben Wormington. I'm a financial planner and I was in the Marines for 8 years. I'm a proactive person, so I want to have a role and know that I'm doing what I can to help get myself back to, whatever this new normal is. I served 3 tours in Iraq, all heavily involved combat level tours. It was probably after my second tour to Iraq that I came back and all these issues started coming up. Start sweating and have shallow breathing and just being hyper aware of what's going on around me. It's scary when you're supposed to be the guy who's always in control and you don't really even understand what's going on in your own body. I came to Hetra as almost a last chance, might as well try it because nothing else seems to be working kind of thing. And it did more for me than any, veterans PTSD group or medication or anything that I had had in the 4, 5, 6 years prior. You're there and you start grooming the horse and they give you some basic, here's how you move around a horse, here's little things there, and it gives you an opportunity to kind of just go into the zone and have a connection with another animal. When you get on the horse, you've built a level of trust with it, and it's had a chance to be around you before you're in a position to start giving it commands. I feel like the biggest benefits come from riding, as far as combating some of the symptoms of my anxiety. The cues that you give it to do what you want it to do aren't necessarily natural. So you actually have to learn that if you want the horse to go left, you have to push with your right leg versus just pulling the reins. And so it's just very different thought process from what I had been used to, which is give it everything you got physically, which is no, stop, engage your brain, think about what you're trying to get the horse to do, and have the horse do it with the least amount of effort. It's subconscious at first, but after a while it becomes a habit because it's the habits that you learn here you take out into the world with you.
So be persistent.
You don't realize you're going through therapy. I never came out here going, oh, honey, I'm going to my Thursday night mental health therapy. I just thought I'm gonna go ride some horses, and man, something's happening here. And it's big time because not only do I notice it, but my wife notices it, and the people that love and care about me notice it.